So when I originally started planning out this sequel to last year's video, I thought, hey, wouldn't it be a cute little thing if I had the same makeup look on as last year's video, which would be mascara and a glossy red lip. Very neutral, very holiday saison. And then when I sat down to do my makeup tonight, this happened. I look like a fruit roll-up. Let's get dangerous. Hey sis, it's that time of year again. I have no money, it gets dark at 3 p.m. It's 15 degrees outside and it's negative 15 degrees inside my apartment. And I'm sad all the time. That's right. It's the end of the year. Oh no, when I wrote this, I had a bottle of wine that I was gonna pop as a prop. I need to performatively open a different beverage. Give me a second. Take two. It's the end of the year and may I just say, 2018? Good goddamn riddance. Champagne. We all crave a fresh start as we stumble into 2019, half drunk, half hungover, stomach full of midnight fast food and stale Christmas cookies, and eyes crusted with old mascara adjusting to the pale, depressing January sunlight. I feel if anybody is deserving of a fresh start, it's probably the YouTube beauty community. You know, as wild and cuckoo bananas as the community at large has been, things have been pretty chill in my neck of the woods on my channel, which obviously means that I'm going to pull a Logan Paul immediately upon beginning 2019 and commit some sort of federal crime and or poor taste act and or scandal and or social faux pas and immediately lose all of my subscribers. So, welcome or hello and also goodbye. Regardless of all that, here are all of the things the beauty community can leave in 2018, chosen both by me and you guys, my wonderful, glorious, very intelligent subscribers. I love Prosecco. Some people really hate the prospect of applying makeup with their fingers. I feel like I hear this most of the time from like influencers. I was watching one of those goofy little like BuzzFeed things makeup addicts do videos, and there was a character whose whole thing was she wasn't really into makeup and her makeup loving friend dragged her to a makeup store and she was like, oh yeah, we're gonna need to buy her a new foundation and blush and oh, some brushes. And the non-makeup lover friend was like, oh, I just use my fingers. And then there was this like cute little scene where like the makeup lover friend and the store employee were like, like, damn, sis, why are you so pressed? Do you not wash your hands? Do you not have soap? What do you wash your hands with? Morphe setting spray? People who use their fingers to apply makeup disgust me. What do they be saying? A lot of people suggested that they wanted influencers to leave behind these long makeup routines that, you know, require an arsenal of about 30 different products. Y'all know I'm the type of person that when I craft a look like this, by the end of it, I have about 8 brushes and 5 palettes strewn about my desk. But I know a lot of people want something a little bit more low-key. Like, we want basics, you know? It's fun to watch someone craft like a really visually exciting look, but by and large, we want basics. And by we, I mean y'all, because I don't watch people to learn how to do makeup. I just apply things to my face and either feel like Solange Knowles or turn off all the lights in my house and get into the fetal position and don't move until the next day. The problem with this is that a lot of top tier influencers do have videos where they explain basics. The issue is they made them all in like 2011 and they were sitting on the floor of their mom's house under like one recess light with like one single MAC shadow and a brush they got from Walgreens. Like, it's not exactly the most relevant thing anymore. These neutral palettes with a pop of blue. Look, I don't have anything against neutral palettes. Neutrals are colors too. You can't expect every single person who buys an eyeshadow palette to be like, yes, I know where to put this chartreuse and I can wear all of these bright neon pinks to my office job. Like, it's not like that for everybody, and not everybody wants to buy makeup to play with it. We're not gonna get into the societal pressure of purchasing makeup and wearing it so people take it professionally seriously and don't ask you if you're tired all the time. That's a whole other topic. I am not saying that I want neutral palettes to go anywhere, but specifically the pop of blue. My God, these brands really do like piggyback off of each other. Like, y'all really don't try to think of Anything different? Can we at least swap out the shimmery aqua blue for another token interesting color in the palette? At this point, I have so many shimmering aqua blue eyeshadows. I feel like I'm auditioning for like a Little Mermaid Blue Man Group crossover event. Like, I'm not. This is one from Cosmic Riverstone. Instagram makeup that's 20% makeup application, 90% Photoshop blurring tool. Look, I don't mind Facetune as a concept, but when you're Facetuning your makeup to make it brighter and to make your angles sharper, you're a YouTuber, my guy. We can see what it looks like on like video cassette because you put it on YouTube. We know that that blue was like a little dusky. We know that that angle was a little like wobbly. It's fine because if we made it, it wouldn't look like a quarter as good as yours. I don't quite understand it. Bunny and Fawn suggested that we need to see more foundation review videos that aren't just wearing the foundation for like 2 hours. We need a week of it. Daylight, fluorescent lighting, party girl tested, working girl tested. Does the makeup hold up? See, this is why I'm glad I asked you guys, because this is not something that I would have thought of, but yeah, oh my God. Like, some of these influencers are like,
well, I've been wearing this foundation for about 75 seconds and it's still physically on my face, so I absolutely think this is so great, and I would greatly appreciate it if this brand would DM me asking for my shipping address so they can send me more stuff. Thank you, brand.
influencers.
Yes, hello, this is Influencers. How may I help you?
I get the lighting setup. I grasp it. My lighting setup, I think I've already shown you this, but like, let me just make sure you know. That's my lighting setup. It's a $7 Target desk lamp that I've tied into my curtains. Is it safe? No. Is it functional? Barely. Do I need to get a ring light? Yes. Will I do it? We just don't know. So don't think that I don't know how important to the process having a good lighting setup is. But listen, you are not the DP at Maybelline. You are a YouTube makeup influencer, which means your job is not to just sell us makeup. Your job is to test makeup and let us know if we should give in to the pressure of the advertisers selling us makeup. When you're testing out a product and you have studio lights that make something look radically different than how it actually performs, you know, and I'm not saying everyone who that happens to is dishonest, because I've seen plenty of influencers be like, this looks different because this lighting setup was $800. But like, just turn off one of the soft boxes, Stacey. Give the bounce light a rest like today. Just one day. So we know if this concealer looks like crumpled up potato chips under your eyes or if you look like Halle Berry. Like, just give us a little bit of guidance, okay? This is something that I talked about in last year's video that I also wanted to bring up in this year's video that was also suggested by Elena Perez Palacio. Thank you for leaving this comment. Elena said, talking about drama and racism in the same way. This is why I was so confused when everything popped off with Jeffree Star and Laura Lee and Manny and Gabriel and Nikita in the summer, because people were equating like Manny being kind of a clout chaser to being like the same level of bad as like Laura Lee's racist tweets. Or a lot of people, a lot of drama channels were just like, ha, look at this irrelevant force, I'm trying to take Jeffree's crown. And it's like, you realize this doesn't make Jeffree Star's past actions unracist, right? Do you know what linear time is? Can we start elaborating on what we mean when we say the word problematic? Do we mean mildly questionable, or do we mean literally put a channel link to a known white supremacist in their description and they have millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of child subscribers? Like, which one of those do we mean? In a similar vein, can we please leave the phrase separate the art from the artist in 2018? This does not apply just to makeup. I swear to God, if I have to see one more delusional Chris Brown stan on Twitter, I'm just going to pretend that buying this palette doesn't give them money. This sounds wildly like something I, as a known social justice harpy, would not say. I think that we have to chill out a little bit on having to have like a Rolodex of brands we're all boycotting at the same time. Like, if you want to buy a palette from a brand that I don't shop from, like, I don't care. I'm not gonna come to your house. Like, I'm not gonna dox you, you know? But when you act like you're like a martyr for it,
I'm gonna buy this Jeffree Star palette and I don't care what any of these SJW strawmen say about it because I'm an American.
I'm doing other things. I have a casserole in the oven. Can you please get out of my mentions? We don't care that much, sis. Buy the makeup if you need it that bad. Don't act like you are single-handedly like, I don't know, saving the Bill of Rights from a burning building. Like, it's an eyeshadow palette, sis. If you want a Jeffree Star lip scrub, I'm not going to hack into your bank account to stop you from buying it. I think this is a conversation that like we should have. I would love if we could leave terms like makeup addict and makeup junkie in 2018, just because I feel like terms like that have a hand in sort of trivializing the actual like horrific and heartbreaking like illness that addiction actually is, like real addiction. Trivializing shopping addiction was what someone said. I don't remember who, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. I am coming to this from a standpoint of someone who lives in Massachusetts, which if you didn't know, has one of the like highest rates of opioid related overdose deaths yearly in the whole country. It's a huge problem here and in New England and the Northeast in general. I just like cringe a little bit when someone's like, I'm so addicted to lipstick. It's like, you're not. Like, you just enjoy buying lipstick. So do I. I'm not addicted to it. Not to say that shopping addiction is not a very real thing, because we should be questioning like, why am I buying this? Am I buying this because it's filling a void in my heart? Or am I buying it because I want this color? Am I buying it because I'm deeply, deeply, existentially, chemically sad? Or because I look really good in purple? Like, here's the whole thing. I've been buying a lot less makeup now. I am on a no-buy, but even before the no-buy, I was buying less makeup because I'm finally in a job that makes me not want to die. I was miserable, extremely depressed in that job. At the time I was in that job, I was also buying a ton of makeup and a ton of clothes. It also doesn't help that I was also like very, very body dysmorphic because of this was the pre-breast reduction times. We're getting sad. We're not trying to go down that road. You are not allowed to cry until you hit 10,000 subscribers. We as a whole, like we as a society, we live in a society. We as a society need to take addiction more seriously, and turning people with addictions into jokes is not a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, here's a good one from me that I wrote. Let's learn to have conversations about misogyny that comes from gay males without taking a sharp left into homophobiaville. Let's try that on. Do that challenge. Can misogyny come from gay men? Yes. Can this misogyny disproportionately affect women of color, specifically black women? Yes. Does this mean it's okay to be super homophobic on the internet? No, Stacey, no it doesn't. You see how those are different things? Oh, look, watch this. You see how I just minded my business? This is something that I totally agree with. This is from Kayla Martinez. My anti-consumerist soul shrivels up and dies every time YouTube hypothetically recommends me an I spend X hundreds of dollars on X brand video, where an influencer buys ridiculous amounts of products in every shade or color before even knowing if they're gonna like it, and then proceeds to not even, 1, give a helpful review of the product, and 2, swatch everything they bought. Whole collection reviews sometimes aren't actually that helpful because you don't really get a solid opinion on everything. Think about how long it takes you to do your makeup or talk about makeup. For an influencer who has the entire range of a collection to actually sit down and explain, first of all, to actually like use everything beyond a first impression, which in and of itself could take weeks, but to actually like sit down and give you like a full opinion with swatches, maybe even like a mini tutorial of everything in a collection, that video is gonna be 2.5 hours long. It makes me think of when I used to look up reviews to buy makeup, I would type like the product and shade name into YouTube and then put black woman after it because melanation. And there'd be someone who, there was like a video that would have like 70 views and they'd be like, I just got back from Walgreens and I bought 2 of these, and you would hope and pray that they bought one of the shades that you want a review of. And what's really weird and speaks definitely to the sort of stranglehold that PR has over the YouTube beauty community, at least from like a top tier influencer standpoint, that whole era I just talked about where like someone would have like 1 lipstick, that's not that old. I was seeing videos like that in like 2015, not a super long time ago. Gregorian calendar speaking.
Yes, hello, Gregorian calendar speaking.
I'm sure that people still make those videos, and also I'm not saying that every like whole collection like PR box video is completely useless to the average consumer, because of course it's not. Yeah, y'all do not like drama channels. Should we leave drama channels in 2018? I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing to have somebody out there keeping the influencers on their toes. But on that same note, some drama channels are straight up mean AF. I don't know. I've said before I don't watch drama channels and I still don't, but I don't know if they need to be like completely eradicated. I'm definitely going to continue not really watching them though. I think in general, people are getting exhausted at having to be like hyper aware of all of the potential tea out there in the beauty community. A couple people said they would like brands with release schedules that have them putting out a product a week basically to be left in 2018. I would also like this, but I also know that there's absolutely no way that is ever going to happen. It's naive and unproductive to expect makeup brands, mainstream and indie alike, to adopt this anti-consumerist attitude that we've started to have and slow their releases. They're businesses. If there's any possible way they can make money, they're going to do it. That's why it's so important not only to curb our own spending habits, but also to keep influencers accountable and take them to task for excessive shilling. We have to try to appeal to the last remaining human part of their brain that has not been corrupted by money and Gucci slides. These are my slides. They are also Gucci if you spell Gucci W-A-L-G-R-E-E. NS. Thank you. Man, we gotta keep these undisclosed sponsorships in 2018. Does the FTC have a Twitter account that I can DM when these influencers start whiling? I know you did not buy Mix Easy of your own volition. Sure, okay, you decided randomly, completely out of the blue that you wanted to pick right now to try out this new makeup brand for the first time. And it has nothing to do with the fact that every other influencer is also making a video about them. We love serendipity in this household. We don't have to leave false lashes in 2018, but could we at least maybe stop treating them like the absolute necessary end to a makeup look? Am I saying this because I don't want to have to learn how to put on false lashes?
Yes.
Actually, no, because I feel no pressure. I will continue to be terrible at putting on false lashes for the rest of my earthly existence. I will not change. I will not improve. That is a promise. Shout out Mitra Johari. I think in general, a lot of us just like want less drama and less negativity in the beauty community, which definitely makes sense. I feel like that's what everyone wants in the world. So the beauty community being a part of the world, it makes sense that that would like transcend and translate. I want to close out this video by talking about some of the lessons I've learned from people in the beauty community over the course of this year. From Kat Von D and Jared Blandino, I learned that not everything needs to go on Instagram. From drama channels, I learned that when you have a really clear bias towards one person, even though you claim to be impartial, people can tell. Insert not at all totally transparent, irrelevant foursome joke. From Laura Lee, I learned to familiarize myself with the delete tweet function, and also how eye drops aren't just great for moisturizing your eyes. From Manny MUA, I learned that sometimes when you associate with people solely for the purpose of leeching off of their fame, occasionally they notice. From Jeffree Star, I learned that something isn't actually offensive if I don't say it to the person that it is about. Checkmate SJWs. From John Cookian, I learned that karma is real. From Jeffree Star and Jackie Aina, I learned that if I'm going to accuse someone of a fairly serious financial crime, it is helpful to have literally any proof at all. By the way, that person not personally liking me doesn't count as proof, unfortunately. From Samantha Ravindal and Gabriel Zamora, I learned that honesty really is the best policy. From Jenna Marbles, I learned that the most important part of creating is to actually like what you make. From Too Much Mouth, Smokey Glow, and Abby Williamson, I learned that people are gonna be whiling in your comments regardless of what you say or do, so the best thing to do is to just use their hatred of bigotry and stupidity and make a really funny replying to negative comments video. From my own comment section, I learned that y'all are really cool people and also high-key funnier than me. My goodness, this got a wee bit controversial. At the end of everything, we're all just people who want to put colorful powders and goos on our faces. And somehow, within that, a lot of us have managed to also be completely heinous people to each other, which is definitely something that we should like make efforts to change. A couple lessons. I think the best policy is if something gives you bad vibes, cut it out of your life. Legitimately criticizing someone for something that they actually did wrong is not hate. This goes beyond YouTube, but if you like someone's content or art or whatever they make, let them know. To other creators, any engagement that you can give to your subscribers is going to make that person really happy. Or at the very least, it's gonna make you happy because you're having a nice conversation. It's very hard once you get past, like, I would say even like 2,000 subscribers to respond to all of your comments and all of your engagements. I think I have like 26 Instagram DM requests right now. I'm so sorry. But when you get around to it, it always feels nice. We are never going to know everything that is happening in the lives of the people that we watch. It's helpful to approach any conversations about them with the same level of not being mean as you would a regular person. Question everything. A lot of influencers have agendas, and even if they don't, the money that you spend on products is still your responsibility, even if, you know, Jackie Aina told you to buy it and you don't like it. She didn't buy it for you. So even if she was being paid by a brand, you still gave that brand your credit card information. And by you, I mean we, because I do this too. Next up, here's an important one. Racial slurs are still racist even if you don't say them to the group that they are about. That's a thing that I can't believe I was seeing people have to explain to other people earlier this year. Here's a way to break that down further. Let's say I work with two women. Their names are Stacy and Melissa. If I'm talking to Stacy and I say to her, God, Melissa is so ugly, it's still mean even though I didn't say it directly to Melissa. Like, wait. The amount of time that I spend dealing with the negative aspects of the beauty community, which is like drama and like disliking creators for, I don't know, being racist or, you know, whatever quirky thing they do that I don't like. That takes up so much less of my time than like enjoying the beauty community does. Especially this year now that I have this little community of 7.6 thousand subscramblers and my little group of creator friends. I love the content that I make so much. I love the fact that you guys allow me to make it. It's so exciting to be able to do this. As dramatic as this year has been in the beauty community, it's also been one of the most exciting. We're seeing so many new people pop up. We're seeing new levels of success in the beauty community that we never thought could be achieved. We are seeing people who've been in the game for years switch up their content and make it even better. Yes, I'm talking about my mother, Jenna Marbles. When one of those dogs goes, I'm not coming into work that day, I will call them and be like, look, I will log into Outlook. I will give you that, but I cannot promise I will respond to anybody. I'm in mourning. I love those dogs. I'm crying. I'm literally thinking about Jenna Marbles and her dogs and crying. But like, there's just been so much good. There's been a lot of bad, but there's also been so much good. And I really think whenever people write off the entire beauty community as like, everybody is a shill, everybody's racist, everybody's just in it for the money, no one cares about their subscribers, no one cares about actually having fun with makeup anymore, it saddens me that there are people who are having that experience in the beauty community, because I've seen firsthand, it's very possible to have an amazing experience and a really fun time with it. And I'm hopeful that 2019 is a year in which we allow the better and shinier and sparklier parts of the beauty community to rise to the forefront. I'm not sure if that will happen because drama is entertaining and it also gets views. But what was at the bottom of Pandora's box? Hope. So you never know. This was a burgundy nail, but you can't really see it anymore. Now it's all about the top coat, baby. This one is from Urban Outfitters. The shade is called Disco Ball. All right, Miss Buttercup, let's wrap this mother up. Thank you for watching my video, but before you leave, I'm gonna need you to do a quick favor for me. If you could go in and have an amazing day for me, that would be something that I would like to bring into 2019. And please consider to my channel. Also, if you would like to engage with me betwixt uploads, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at NisiPisa. And I also have a second channel called Extra NisiPisa that I will link in the description, where I post music and covers, but not recently because my self-esteem has not been great, but I will at some point. soon. Thanks again for watching. If I don't post another video before the end of the year, I'll see you in 2019. Okay, bye guys.